Every now and then, you might just be able to find a game that's even more addicting than Ass Crack itself. If I knew I was going to spend this much time in Valheim just so far, I probably would have done something like a series or maybe not touched it at all. Valheim does a great job in a lot of different aspects like combat, the bosses, and building, and it's by far one of the more fun and addicting games that have come out this year. Along with this, people are slowly starting to do more and more building projects and ideas, but I think the main one for me always in most games is a battle arena. I can't remember a Minecraft world where we didn't at least have some setup area for people just to fight it out. So my goal with this video was to just start building a battle arena. I'm doing it all in survival too, so I'm not going to creative or getting any materials by any means other than from people helping me in the world, or by me going and collecting it myself. Either way, it took about a day and a half to complete, so let's check it out. Welcome everyone to a new Valheim video. In this video, I'm trying to basically build a giant arena around this area. My first Valheim video, I showed off a lot of the progress and other stuff I've done in this world, and I'm probably going to do a full video showing all that off. But right now we have a bunch of land right here chopped down because we had to clear out a forest in order to make all these wooden structures. So I want to put something cool down here, and I have a few ideas, and ideally I want it to cover this entire area. So if we can start behind the storage house I have there, and then end near this rock, that would be ideal. In order to start this whole project, I'm gonna have to transport enough iron and other materials to make some stone cutters to bring over here. The only reason why I don't have any iron at this location is that I have a camp down here and a camp over here, which this one's way closer to the swamp. And because we can't bring iron through portals, I have to bring it back manually, which is kind of a pain, but I think I can probably get from Camp Elder and then sail a boat over here and then haul over some iron. So that's going to be my first task today. I'm going to go to the swamp, get some extra iron, and then transport some over. I think one run should be good of iron. Then luckily we do have my buddy Endgunner. He's going to be helping a little bit too, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we got about 25 iron in here right now, so I can take about 12 on me. Alright, so we got that down. Now we'll just have to go to the coastline, sail back over to the main island, and then go over to the Meadows hub. Alright, at this angle, we should arrive right around here at hopefully the fastest possible raft speed. So now the next goal is gonna be, I'm gonna be setting up a road probably right here, going down this way. And then over here, I want to have the entrance to the arena. So first, we're gonna have to level out all this ground, and then once it's all leveled out, be able to actually start building. Alright, so now there's quite a decent sized area cleared out here. We can definitely do quite a bit with this. We might have to level it out a bit more, but at least this is the foundation. So it's gonna be a long way arena like this. I want to have spectator stands on the second floor, and then sort of an inside spot that's dirt and stuff. I knew I wanted to make it out of stone so it looked like we actually worked to build this, and honestly I thought 500 would be enough. 500 was not enough. You need to make sure the ground is connected to all these different stone pieces of the wall so that it doesn't just crumble apart when you place it. So just raising the ground took about half of our stone to do that, just so that we could have an outer platform to build it on. On top of that, I should have connected all the walls and made a full circle and then removed 2 in order to make the door. Instead of doing that, I just kind of free placed it. So the whole building is a little bit uneven, but I learned my lesson and I kind of fix it later on. Either way though, it only took 30 minutes of building and trying to figure this out to deplete through all my stones, so I'd end up going out to get more. Okay, so I think so that I don't have to mine a full thing of stone, I'll be good with just 2 layers for up here, because I can make sort of the stands around this level, and then you can see into the fight pit very well. And with the bottom walls all stone, I decided to make the rest of the building out of wood just to save more materials, because wood's pretty easy to get, and it also looks pretty nice with stone. Now, as I'm collecting wood and building this building, I tend to forget a lot of the game's mechanics. One of those being, when you build a building in Valheim though, you really don't want to place floors or anything like that until you have a structure set up. Due to the game's thunderstorms, if you don't have a roof on top of your building, it'll actually start decaying and slowly taking damage over time. Oh, hammer broke again. That's a level 3 hammer. I've broken it about 2 times already. I've broken my hammer about 2 times already building this so far. You know, I really have to kind of like a plan ahead when I'm playing this game. It's not exactly like Minecraft where there's just as much free building, because if there's a rainstorm or a fucking hurricane coming in, then I can't just leave my structure unroofed and stuff. Well, I can really see now just coming up to it. It's really starting to look nice. It's gonna be fucking dope once it's all set up. Unfortunately, though, I would have a swamp raid attack the arena and me, costing me another life, but I would end up going back there to clear them all out after I logged off if it got back on. Like, half of this building was done between the gaming hours of 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. So the entire time I was trying to sleep, but I really wanted to get this done. Now, I noticed that the roof wasn't working due to the fact that we were taking structure damage inside of a structure where the roof was supposed to cover. So after a little bit of thinking, I just realized I can just make a triangle and connect it on the other side, making it a hell of a lot easier instead of trying to place 3 roofs on top of each other in the middle of a sky. That roof mess up would end up costing me about an hour of time because it was all survival. But on the bright side, once I did get the new roof set up and a few more things in there, I finally had a completed building to show you guys. I'm of course going to add in chests and other stuff to make it all filled out so we can have proper battles there and not need to prepare for them. But for the meantime, this is the battle arena in the CKC world. I only had about another hour to do, but the arena is all built. The roof is all done. The interior's pretty nice. I'm still gonna add some more like touches to it as I go through the game, but right now I'm thinking just keep it kind of plain and then think it out and have some better ideas as it goes. I want to maybe set up something inside of a fight pit, you know, like some pillars and some obstacles. But I'm gonna go back to the village and go to sleep so I can go and show you guys the progress we made. Of course, we get a rainstorm to show it off in, but that's alright, as we'll be able to show off the lights a little bit better. So the whole sphere or dome kind of design that I definitely did it like unevenly. But at the same time, I did manage to make it work. If I was going to do this project again or do a project like this, I'd maybe try and sketch it out. It's not really as much with stone walls being 4x6. You really just need the area and then trying to get the placements for them. But yeah, we have an entrance right here. There's a few boss trophies and things up there. And coming into here, this is where it all starts. Ideally, I want to have like chests and other stuff set up around here, so I have like different PvP kits and different setups that I can have people use for battles. Coming up here, you'll come up to the spectator stands. The spectator stands are pretty nice. We'll be able to watch the battle from up here at a good angle. Over on this side, I have a couple chairs placed down so far, but I'll probably fill it out more and more as I go. And now downstairs is how to get into the fight pits. Now, I think you could probably do something like a hole. Like, I was thinking of extending this platform over here and then just making the hole so people can drop down in. But I have it just set up so right now people just go over through ladders. One person will stand at that X on this side, and then the other person will stand on the X over there. And with this whole area being dirt, I can also plant like trees and other stuff like that, which I think will just make battles a little bit more fun, or you know, just change up the battlefield a little bit when we get bored of it. Ideally, we'll be able to do a lot of different things in here other than just PvPing each other. We can do a bit of gambling or some other stuff like that. And other than just the PvP and watching the PvP battles, having an extra thing in the world to, you know, sort of fill it out and make it look more like a big world, is just the fact that we could actually use this with other players, you know, set up like PvP battles or tournaments or, you know, arena gambling. It can be a lot of extra fun just because we built this. And I am really glad I got it all done in survival. No cheats, no extra resources. I had a little bit of help from Endgunner and another friend named Doggo, so shout out to those two for helping get materials to build this whole place with me. I'm planning to do quite a few more buildings. I'm only about like 30-40 hours away from 100 hours, so I'll probably do a big progress video on the world around then if you guys like these type of videos. Anyways, hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, twitter.com/coolkidcroc, you know what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.